while you feel yourself helpless. Is it a bad fortune? I don't know. I don't want to read it also. I don't want to read it. I don't want to read it. I didn't sleep for an entire night, so kind of feeling very off. But today is a big day because we're going to this Shincho-ji temple, and we're also going. I'm gonna go to Ginza. I wanna buy a few things. We also have a sumo wrestling match that we're watching, so quite a big day. So guys, I've taken the tube for the Sensoji temple and now going to show you the temple. This souvenir.
But I wanted the red one. I bought it twice.
I'm gonna show you Sensoji temple in Tokyo, which is so cool. So basically what you do is you take Ginza line, it costs it around 290, obviously depending on where you're actually taking it from. And it's the Akasuka line, and you take the exit 3 and in a minute you're inside Sensoji temple. The area is very happening. They have a lot of rickshaws and you can take pictures. There's also a kimono rental and a lot of different things that's going on here. So very cute. Overall, I'm just gonna show you the entire place, and like right now I'm really liking it. So there are a lot of pretty cute stores. You can get these kimono. So let me just show you the price for the kimono. So for junior age it's like 6,600. So it depends on the age. So it starts from 6,600, I guess.
As you make your way towards Sensoji Temple, you'll walk through Nakamizi Street, one of Japan's oldest shopping streets, with a history stretching back over 300 years. Lined with traditional wooden shops, here you'll find everything from handcrafted souvenirs, fans, to delicious local treats like freshly baked melon pan, rice crackers, sweet mochi, and matcha flavored snacks. Obviously, it is the perfect place to experience old Tokyo. Whether you're shopping or simply soaking in the atmosphere, Nakamizi Street is an experience that is just as memorable as the temple itself.
These look pretty cute. This one. So there are also these that you can buy.
Oh, nice.
So she got a kimono.
I could have spent hours in this souvenir shop. Every corner had something adorable, from tiny keepsakes to the cutest Japanese collectibles. Definitely one of my favorite shops in Japan.
Cute. So I'm not sure if we're actually heading towards the temple or we're just like roaming around in these touristy shops. I'm not sure actually. But let me just figure out where the temple is. But you get a lot of things to eat and stuff here as well. People probably keep asking them these questions. There is no cream in the bread. It is not ice cream, it's whipped cream. It's very funny to me that they mentioned it this way. Okay guys, so I'm just going to show you the temple finally. So there's a lot of shops before it. Okay, finally in front of the temple now. You're gonna reach, so there are a lot of different shops, a lot to eat. So you can just come here, empty-handed, just with money, and you can just visit the temple. I'm probably gonna go inside. I don't know if I can. It is very crowded. If I can, I will. If not, this is the temple, guys.
It was such a marvelous experience standing right in front of Sensoji Temple. Tokyo's oldest and most famous Buddhist temple, with a history stretching back nearly 1400 years. According to legend, two fishermen discovered a golden statue of Kannon, the Buddhist goddess of mercy, in the nearby Sumida River. The most striking part is, no matter how many times they returned it to the water, the statue somehow kept coming back. Believing it to be a sacred sign, the local village chief built a temple here in the year 645. Today, Sensoji stands as one of Japan's most iconic landmarks, welcoming millions of visitors from around the world every year. Around 30 million people walk through these temple grounds every year. Whether they're here to pray, admire the beautiful architecture, or simply soak in the atmosphere, Sensoji has remained one of Tokyo's biggest attractions for centuries. One of the most striking features of Sensoji is its beautiful traditional Japanese architecture. The vibrant vermilion red buildings aren't just visually stunning, they're believed to protect against evil spirits. You'll also notice the impressive 5-story pagoda standing beside the main hall, a classic symbol of Japanese Buddhist architecture and one of the most photographed sites in Tokyo.
It just looks very nice, honestly.
Now, one of the most popular experiences here is drawing an omikuji, I might be saying it wrong, a traditional Japanese fortune. For a small donation, you shake a metal box until a numbered stick comes out, then collect your fortune from the matching drawer. If it's a good fortune, people usually keep it, but if it's a bad one, tradition says you tie it to the racks here, leaving the bad luck behind and hoping for a better fortune in the future. Now, my friend didn't know that you're supposed to keep it back, so look at her reaction.
All solitary boat try to get another shoal. It is real dangerous to try to cross over the point of the rapid wave. A female who is not trained to the water stand among the stream meet a severe danger. Just like feeling envious, looking at other people in comfort while you feel yourself helpless. Is it a bad fortune? I don't know. This is because you don't pay 100 yen. That's why you're getting bad fortune. But I'm going to put it on the rack anyway.
Oh, fortune. She did a round 2. And she's look at her reaction. She's happy.
I don't want to read it also.
Maximum here they're bad fortunes. That's what I think, honestly. Because they want you to tie it here. Everyone's getting bad fortune.
I don't want to read it. I don't want to read it.
Okay, don't read it.
I'm just going to tie it.
Yeah. Just say bye to it. So I think there are only bad. No. I think there are only bad fortunes here. And they want you to tie it here. I think that's the entire thing.
Don't.